So let's just get into a comfortable seated position. We're just going to set the ball aside. And let's correct the posture. So first things first, close your eyes and start to breathe deep. Lengthening your breath and really taking your time on the inhales and exhales. So relaxing as if this were it. As if you had no agendas, no cares, no worries, no place to go. There is nothing to do but be here right now, aware of your breath and focusing on how you breathe. Just noticing the breath as it comes in through your nose, keeping the mouth closed, filling your lungs, three-dimensional shape, like a balloon, like a ball, and exhaling, pressing the air out. Now we focus on the breath because in a world where there are so many things that are out of our control, let's bring our awareness to what we can control. And it's a way that you take yourself off of autopilot, because the breath will happen with or without you. Your heart will beat without you making that happen. Same with the breath. Your lungs go on autopilot. So in order to take ourselves off of autopilot, bring your awareness to the breath. That way you can stop focusing on all of the things you can't control and bring your awareness to what you can control, which is your breath. So it's like you are not in control, but you are at the same time. So you use your breath to ride the wave of the moment, allowing each moment to unfold one moment at a time, and you breathe seamlessly, transitioning from one moment to the next. So just focusing on that and taking your mind off of all of the distracting life's transgressions and all of those lesser qualities that we are all subject to. So take your mind off of that and bring your awareness to your breath. It was one of the first bad habits that I had formed when I first started doing yoga, was ignoring the breath. Your body does not move unless your breath, your breathing leads it, allows it to. So your breathing movement, inhaling and exhaling. So as long as you're consciously breathing, this will help to protect you in yoga practice, especially in all those poses. Keeping your awareness within. Now engage your bandhas. So pull the pelvic wall up and the navel in towards the spine. Strong powerhouse, strong abdominal lock. And try to keep this strong abdominal lock throughout the entire day. That way, your entire day can be an abdominal workout. Walking, talking, moving, meditation, always being aware. And this is how you harness your energy as well. Pull the pelvic wall up and the navel in. That way you're not spewing energy out like a live wire all over the place. You are harnessed, centered, and connected. Breath comes in through the nose, trying to keep the mouth closed so you control how the breath comes in and out. Through the nose and out the nose, harnessed here. Breathe down into your spine all the way to the base, and exhale from the base going up out of your nose. So this is how we cleanse the body, recycle air, recycle lesser qualities and impurities that just need to come out of the body and be released back out into the universe so it can recycle itself and start the whole cycle again. And that's basically what this is. Life is not a straight line. It is a cycle. Like our spine isn't completely straight, it's curved. So same with life. Life is curved. And just like the 4 seasons we see, with every winter there's a summer, with every spring there's a fall, every night there's a day. What is pleasure if you've never known pain? Male, female, sun, moon, they all go together. In breath, out breath, 2 sides, same breath. 2 sides, same coin. Same as success and failure. Yeah, they are the same thing. 2 sides of the same thing. So thicken up your skin, thicken up your breath, and breathe and relax into your meditative state of mind. That heightened state of consciousness. That place where you are untouchable. That safe place. You are your own ecosystem within yourself, so you have everything you need. And that meditative state of mind is not something you can force your way into. It's something that just happens. You just stumble upon it when you least expect it. No goals in mind, no attachment to the fruits of your labor. You're just simply aware of the present moment. And the deeper you breathe, with every exhale, sends you further and further away from your busy everyday life. And the more you relax, the deeper into your meditative state of mind you will be. Your body responds so much more beautifully when it is relaxed. When we're rigid and strong, when we hold it together like this, sometimes we come to be a rock, or we be as delicate as glass and shatter. So let's bend with the wind, be flexible in our minds, yet strong in your powerhouse, your core. Pull the pelvic wall up and in. Lengthen your spine, elongate the back of your neck. Harness your energy so you can be flexible and malleable like clay, instead of calcified and hardened and rigid. Let's undo that process and warm it up. Endless summer here, yes. All right, now come onto your back. Let's step it up a little bit. So, round your back. Bring your spine into a little bit of a C shape. So tuck your tailbone under and anchor the hips down into the ground. Now flatten your lower back down into the ground. So there shouldn't be any space down here. Now you can get a blanket or a pillow to lay under your hips if that feels better, especially if you're just doing Pilates for the first time. It could be a little bit hard on your back. So just find a place where you can be comfortable so you can connect to your core. The most important thing is that core connection. So pull the belly deep down into the spine, activating all of the tiny little muscles in the pelvic area, deep around the base of your spine, your sacrum, all the little tiny supportive muscles along your infrastructure. We're allowing them to strengthen. So really pull the belly down. And remember to relax your chest. That way breath easily flows in and out, no restrictions. So strong, locked out core and relaxed heart center. Relaxed breath. Press your shoulder blades, flatten them down into the ground. And even though your heart center is lifted, point your rib tips down towards your feet. This will get you more length in your spine. So you want as much length from your hips, pressing that way, and lengthening up through the crown of your head. So elongate the back of your neck. Maybe even lift up your head and stretch your neck all the way out, just as is comfortable for you. So you're tuning in and listening to your body. And if there's any pinching or pain, then pull out of the pose. Relax as normal. Relax as usual. There's always a beginning pose to yoga and Pilates. So just come to a place where you can be and breathe. The most important thing is listening to your body. We all have different bodies, different chapters in our lives, different injuries, different strengths. So tuning into your body, which is your best teacher, and doing what is best for you, allowing yourself to grow naturally. So are you starting to feel that connection to your core? Continue breathing with a strong core, relaxed chest. Now, bring the ball between the knees and shins up to tabletop position. So just come into a place where you can squeeze the ball. It's okay if you lose the ball. We lose it all the time in practice. Just doing the best that you can. And continuing to breathe. So now you're pressing hip bones down into the ground, pressing the toes away. Now take the palms of your hands and press into your knees. So press your knees into your hands and your hands into the knees at the same time. Now when you're doing both at the same time, you're using that natural traction within the body. It looks like we're just laying around doing nothing. Call this lazy girl Pilates, but actually we're doing everything. This is a lot harder than it looks, isn't it? Starting to create that heat. Really press your lower back down into the ground. Round and flatten your lower back down onto the mat. Squeeze the knees together. Press the knees into the palms. Press the palms to the knees. Shoulders are down your back, straightening your arms, and really pressing, anchoring the belly down towards the ground. Back of the neck nice and long. Remembering to relax the breath and strengthen the core. Can you feel it really deep down in the belly button, all the way down to the sacrum, the base of your spine? Yes, all those tiny little muscles that get overshadowed and overpowered by the larger muscle groups are now at play. They want to strengthen, they want to get stronger, so let's allow them to. These are the supportive muscles of your infrastructure, your skeletal system, that are necessary to create a strong core and a strong spine. So let them shine, let them strengthen now. Your spine is your lifeline, so we gotta keep it healthy and keep it strong. And I don't know about you, but if your back goes out, then who makes your world go around? So I know we don't have time for our entire world to just stop by injuries, especially back injuries. So let's heal our back and let's heal ourselves and make ourselves the strongest possible version of ourselves that we can possibly be. Mind, body, and soul, breath, all strong. Focused in one direction, and that is yoga. Keep breathing, keep pulling the core in, really connect to your core. So the word yoga means to unite, to yoke, to bring together. That's all it means. The poses are yoga poses because you breathe at attention. So when you are focusing your mind, body, breath all in one direction, that's when you are your most powerful. That is yoga. All focused as one integrated unit. Focused one point. And also when you focus at one point, like when you're focusing on your breath, then distractions just simply eclipse themselves. All right, slowly move your knees over towards the right. We're just going to come into your side stretch. So it's one hip on top of the other. Place your right hand on top of your left knee so you can remember to squeeze the ball. Now press the left hip down and lengthen up through the crown of your head. Still maintain both shoulder blades down on the mat. And this is your twist. So this is just a stretch first so you can connect to your side obliques, all the way wrapping around from the back to the front. So really feel and lengthen your side obliques here. Continue to press the knees together, press down into the ground, and inhale, lift your left arm high above the head, just laying it down to get as much of that stretch and length along your side obliques as you can. Now always make adjustments to where you can feel the stretch all along your side oblique. So move as much as you need to, adjust as much as you need to, as long as you're breathing your way through it, doing whatever you need to connect to the side oblique muscle groups. That way you can feel them first before you start working them out. That way we're not crashing in and out of poses. We are feeling our way in and out and breathing our way in and out. So fingertips up towards the ears, elongate your neck. So think about sending your shoulders down your back, elongate through the crown of your head, and we're just going to lift up using our side obliques. So lifting up and down. Now if you need to remind yourself to squeeze the ball, press the right hand on top of the left knee, and we're just going to lift up towards the sky. Now remember, sending your hip, this upper hip, the one that's on top, pressing it down and away from the body. That way you're getting more of the core muscles in the pelvic area and the sacrum lower back. So really press the left hip away from the body, lengthen up through the crown of your head. And when you lift, it's with control. You're breathing your way up there. And when you relax down, that is with control as well. That way we're not crashing in and out of the poses. We're just mindfully, seamlessly lifting up and pressing down. Now other side, pull your core in, come back to center. Now reset your spine. So lengthen through the crown of your head, look side to side now. So just slowly bring your eyes from one end to the other before rolling over onto the other side. So now the left hand is right at the top, right arm out, squeeze and connect to the side obliques. Pull the navel in, and remember, so send this right hip down. Elongate it as much as you can. Create that natural traction within the body. So you're pressing down from here and up through the top of the torso. Flattening the shoulder blades down on the ground. And then fingertip behind the ears and just lifting up and down. Continue to squeeze. Squeezing the ball, pulling the navel in, flattening the shoulders. And if you're doing this at home, I love that you're here with me, because when you are at home, you can adjust as much more than you want to rather than being in a class. In a class, you like to feel stiff, like you should know what you're doing. You're more aware of the outside. So when you're home alone, you're not alone. I'm glad that you're tuning into this. You've got nature on your side, the mountains on your side, the ocean on your side, and the earth. So it's a lot easier to connect when you are alone to that truth. Now, I don't know if you guys tuned in last night, but last night we were at the Maui Yoga Film Festival and come back to center. You can always catch one of our previous broadcasts. But in that broadcast, come back for a moment to squeezing the ball, anchor your core down, lengthen the spine. So at the beach last night, we practiced a guided meditation at sunset on how to blend the world's chatter into the noise of the ocean. So the sound of the ebb and the flow and the chatter of all the people, the conversation, it's all the same thing. It's all just noise. So learning how to turn it all into white noise to where you relax, like the baby that sleeps with the loud vacuum on. So learn how to use that, the loud distractions, and blend it into a white noise so that you can stay calm and relaxed during somewhat seeming full, stressful situations. So we're just practicing how to do that. And there was a comment last night about how hard it is to do. And the thing that I say to this, so continue, strengthen your core, pull the pelvic wall down, press the knees away, and knees into your hands. So if you think it's hard, it's going to be as easy or as hard as you make it. It is what you think. What you think it will be just that. So it'll be as easy or as hard as we make it. Same as life, right? And I'm here because I don't want to see you suffering as much as we do. So much more than we have to. I would love to just pull you out of your head, pull you out of your world, and teleport you here, and anchor you to this truth, bring you back and remind you of who you truly are and what really matters. All right, relax the belly now. Are you really feeling it? Straighten out your legs. And just bring the ball over your head. So point past the toes, reach up past the head, and just allow every muscle in your core to relax now. So when we go from 100% effort to 100% relaxation, we are merging opposite ends of the spectrum together. And that moment of relaxation allows the muscles to absorb all the hard work we are putting into our practice, and it really amps it up. Feels like your practice is magnified at least 100 times. That's what it feels like when you've got your attention breathing and you pair your action with relaxation. The yin, the yang, the black and the white, and the rainbow arc, all colors of the spectrum in between. It is one and the same, everything and nothing. All that is and all that isn't. And if I ever say something during the yoga class or yoga practice that doesn't make sense, please feel free to ask a question. No riddles, no games. I would love to explain everything. All right, bring the ball to right above the ankles now and squeeze the shin bones together. Now point the toes, or if it feels better for you to flex the feet to keep them active, do whatever you need to do. The most important thing is just squeezing the legs together onto the ball, creating a natural traction within the body again. Anchor the hips evenly down. I'm going to adjust just a little bit just to make sure that your lower back can be flat on the mat. So yes, feel free. You're never stuck in a yoga pose. Always feel free to breathe and move around. Adjust to get the optimal stretch for you. Do what works best for you. Never be afraid of that. So squeeze here. Fingertips up by the ears and lift the shoulders up just a little bit. So get as much of your back as you can to lengthen it out. So coming up and then lengthen up through the crown of your head. Now see if you can relax your neck area and squeeze the belly down. So you're lifting up with your shoulders, relaxing your neck, lengthening it out. Feet are active, legs are engaged. And now bring your fingertips directly in front, reach past. So to get past yourself, reach through the fingertips. So don't just stop at the end of your finger, reach past him as if you were grabbing onto that energy line, grabbing on, gripping, taking hold of that helping hand. So reach past yourself, reach past your toes, and slowly lower the legs. Now see if you can keep your lower back flat to the mat. Lower it down just a little bit more. Squeeze the ball here. And now lower it down just a little bit more. Now let's just pump the arms. So really connecting to your core now. If you need to lower your shoulders down onto the mat, feel free to do so. Just a few more here. And bring the knees in. Look side to side. Just breathe it out. Readjust as needing to. And now straighten the legs back out again. We're going to slowly lower them just as far as is comfortable for you, and then pull the knees in. Lengthen through your lower back. Straighten the legs and lower down with control. Breathe the knees in, pull them in with your abdominals, and straighten the legs out. Lower it down. And use your abdominals to pull the legs in. Use your abdominals to straighten the legs out. And use your abdominals to slowly lower the legs so the legs don't move unless your abs allow them to and your breath leads. Use your abs to pull the knees in. One more time, straighten the legs out nice and high. Use your abs to lower the legs. Breathe them there. Now stay here, and we're just going to squeeze the ball. Draw tiny little circles clockwise direction, both feet, and tiny little circles counterclockwise direction, both feet. Reach past the toes to get past the self, and bring the knees in. Take the ball in the hands, lengthen out the legs, stretch the arms out long above, and release the breath. Release the muscles, allow it to relax. Now, whenever you feel the need to pant, it out to catch your breath. Train yourself to do the opposite of that. Slow the breath down. Keep your mouth closed. And slow the breath down. In through the nose, out through the nose, slow. It's that focused breath. This helps to improve your circulation, get things moving right along. Blasting through any blockages. And now bring your knees in and just see how that feels. If that feels okay, then slowly start to rock and roll up to sitting. Now we're just going to set the ball aside. Come forward onto the hands, and we're just going to walk the feet back. Now bring your knees down to the mat. At first, this is the modified plank. So tuck the tailbone under, pull forward and through up just to lengthen more spine. Get more space between each vertebrae so that you can strengthen all those tiny little muscles along your infrastructure. Pull the navel in, shoulders are rounded down your back away from your ears, arms are straight, and squeeze the elbows in towards each other. It's that deep rotation in the shoulder joint, and this is how you will strengthen the shoulder joint and keep the shoulders protected. Now when you bend the elbows, keep them tucked into the sides. Don't have them out. This will put your joint system at risk, especially if you're a beginner. So you can have them out once you get a lot stronger, but just to start, especially when we're in planks, this is how you stack your joints. And when you stack your joints one above the other, see how wrists are lined up under elbows, under shoulders, you could collectively hold plank for a very long time, comfortably. So when you bend your elbows, moving into your Chaturanga Dandasana, see if you can rest your chest up onto your elbows. So pulling forward through the crown of your head, and then straighten the arms. Why don't we lower all the way down into your low cobra. So here's the modification for up dog. It's low cobra. And you're just lengthening through the crown of your head and building strength in your lower back, because you don't want to collapse in your lower back when you're in upward facing dog. And if it hurts too much to lift your thighs up off the ground, that's perfectly fine. And just come into low cobra here. And breathe your way, whether it's an inhale or exhale, into child's pose, hips back to heels. So there's the modification right there. And never, ever, I know we're not supposed to say never, ever, but forgive yourself if you are a beginner and you have to take the modification. I was a beginner over and over again, 6 times a beginner. And each time I would get frustrated with myself, think I should be further than where I'm at. So, with you as your only competition, just allow yourself to grow naturally. Observe yourself without judgment, and allow yourself to be whatever it is you are. And I did not start losing the weight until I let go of the goal, and I just started practicing because I loved practicing. I do the planks because it feels good. It's what my body wants me to do. It wants to get stronger, it wants to strengthen, it wants to heal itself. So pull up into high push-up position now, and use every bit of the hand you're given. Fingertips as far, thumb, pinky away from each other, suction cup your palms into the mat. This will alleviate pressure off your wrist. Press down through the knuckles. Use your fingertips to grip. Squeeze the elbows in together, and now bend the elbows, lower down and hover halfway. So elbows are at 90-degree angles. And when you're pressing forward through the crown of your head and back through your heels at the same time, you're using that natural traction. Engage your core, and this alleviates pressure off of your wrists as well. So technically, you could hold Chaturanga Dandasana comfortably for a very long time. So let's move into upward facing dog now. Straighten the arms, rolling over the toes, coming onto the tops of the feet, so point the toes back. This really helps to stretch out the shins, the femur, the top part of the bone right there. So in upward facing dog, thighs are always lifted up and engaged to protect collapsing in your lower back. So if you're not able to lift your thighs, then come into low cobra. Round the shoulders, down your back, and pull your heart away from your heels. Now use your abdominals to lift your hips up into downward facing dog. Hello, dragonfly. And just start to alternate heels down to the mat. There's little crabs. They're all coming out. Actually, they're kind of big. They're getting bigger. These crabs are huge. Oh. And the dragonflies are huge. Everything is larger than life at the crown chakra of the world. There's so much aloha, so much love here. And remember to breathe it out. Sometimes, remember I told you, don't pant it out. Slow the breath down. So retrain yourself when you're in a stressful situation to relax and slow the breath down. Now pull forward back into plank. Coming onto side plank. So left hand stays, right arm lifts up. And now lift the hips up as much as you can. And the main goal is to alleviate pressure off of your bottom wrist. So helping hand, reach past the fingertips up here. Oh, thank you. Good. And come over to the other side. So right hand comes down, rolling up and open, and squeeze. So press down through the heels, strong staff, and up through the crown of your head. Alleviate pressure off of your bottom wrists. Lifting your hips up and reaching for that helping hand. Come back to center now. Lift the right toes. Keeping the hips square, reach past the toes to activate every muscle in your leg. Now pull forward onto the tippy toes. Bend the elbows, 3-point plank, lower down, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Remember, go as slow as you need to. Allow yourself to grow naturally. You will build strength. You are so much stronger than you think. Use your core. Engage your abdominals to lift your hips. Back up and away. Downward facing dog. Pressing the chest back towards the thighs, lifting the tailbone high. Bend your knees as much as you like. Straightening through the shoulders. Let your head be heavy. Relax the neck. Allow the artery in your neck to dilate, allowing more blood flow to your brain, washing away old belief systems that are no longer applicable. You know, the lesser qualities that fool you into believing non-truth. So anchor yourself in the sound of nature. Pull forward into plank again, lifting left leg high. So press it back through your heel. Remember, using natural traction within the body, stacking the joints, using every bit of the hand you're given, and reach past the toes to activate every muscle in your leg. Engage the core. Now pull forward onto the toes, bend the elbows, lower down and hover. You're breathing and focused here. Inhale, upward facing dog. This is like the counter pose, and we just stretch it out. So remember, pulling the heart away from the heels, dynamically engaging the thighs. Now use your abdominals, use your core muscles to pull your hips back, up and away into down dog. Now if you use your core to do that, that will help to protect your lower back, especially if you're first starting power yoga and we transition through the sun salutations into down dog. If you notice you're really sore in your lower back, it's because you got to use your abdominals to pull your hips back up and away into down dog. When you're not using the correct muscle groups, then other muscle groups will compensate for that. And if you first started doing yoga, then you will notice that you will have muscles that are sore that you never even knew you had. So allowing yourself to grow in places you never thought you would. Pull forward into plank again. Inhale, right arm up. Now anchor the top foot down on the ground, fingertips by ears, and we're just gonna crunch elbow to knee. Lengthen it out, nice and long, open all the way up. And bring it in. Just 3 on each side. And then we're almost down. And switch over to the other side. Just taking your time. Remember, we're not in a rush, it's not a race. We're just practicing for the sake of practicing. Lengthen it out. We're doing it because we love it. We're following our passion and have doing what we love to do as the source of motivation for what we do. Was that 2 or 3? And last, chaturanga. Bend the elbows now. Lower it down. Remember who you are. You are stronger than you think you are. And upward facing dog. Use the core to pull your hips. See how that works? Back into down dog. Take a breath here in through the nose. Come up high onto the tippy toes. And when you do so, walk the toes in just a little bit. And press your chest back toward your thighs so you can lengthen out through the arms. Pull your navel in. Let your head hang. And then come down onto the knees. So here we are facing front. Just come into a comfortable position. We're gonna end here. 1 spinal twist each side. Hello, if you've just joined us. This would be a good broadcast to replay, especially if you want to get a quick workout in, one that you can feel. Oh, I love this. My husband's so sweet. It's my favorite kind of shell. He finds these little gifts for me. So this is something that you can feel throughout the weekend. Get it in, get it done. Feel free to share. Is there anyone who did the entire Pilates practice today with me? Let me know how you feel. I remember the first time I did Pilates, I was like, this is great. We can just lay around and do nothing. Yes, the scenery for yoga couldn't be more beautiful. Yes, right, it is just beautiful here. I love doing yoga outside. There's just nothing like it. Breaking through the walls of our paradigm, and then all you see is just this beautiful beach. And it's wonderful because when you're in a studio or in a cubicle, which I was, it's hard to connect to nature, and it's hard to connect and anchor yourself to the truth. So get out into nature as much as you can. Hello, Gabs Daddy-O. Hello. Try to retweet as well if you can. If you know anyone who could benefit from free yoga and meditation, feel free to share. Just click on the 3 dots and share away. This is absolutely free. We do not get paid to do this. We get to do this. This is volunteer because we love to do it. This is something that we do every day. We respect the cycles of nature. So we just respect the sunset, the dawn, the sunrise. And we work our schedule with the tides and the way the sun moves and the moon. It is just fantastic here. This is a wonderful way, especially if you need a moment to regroup. Get into nature somehow alone. That way you don't have anybody with you telling you who you are. All day long, from the moment we are born until the day we cross over. Hello, welcome. We are told who we are. So when you get out into nature alone, anchor yourself into this truth, the sounds of nature, to remember who you truly are. JMACM345, hello, welcome to Maui as well. Hello, please share and retweet as much as you can. Get everyone's weekend started off with the beach. Feel free to shout out where you are from as well. Mark Carta joined. Hello. Welcome to Maui. Here you can be transported into another world. Where are you from? Let me know. Hello, Ahmed 19991. Hello. Welcome, everybody. I'm probably the only one from Sweden watching Sweden. Oh my goodness. Hello, Sweden's in the house. Sweden and Maui. Hello to Glick Gucci. Hello, welcome. So glad that you can transport from wherever you are to the crown chakra of the world. Riley 124. Hello, welcome. So I am Elaina. If you haven't met me before, I am Elaina, Elaina Green for Maui Yoga Live. My husband Corey, he's the cameraman here, and we stream. Hello from Ohio. Steve and Debbie. Hello. Jeray, Newport Beach, aloha. Oh my gosh, we love Newport Beach, Huntington Beach, Laguna area. Oh my goodness, my husband's his grandparents, they owned a condo at Huntington Beach, and I'd never been till I met my husband. And it's amazing. Newport Beach is awesome. We love it there. We try to get out there at least once a year. Maxim 9088 joined. Turkey, oh my goodness, Turkey. What time is it in Turkey? Is it evening there? Agia 58, hello. So we are here streaming live yoga, guided meditation, Pilates, everything, just how we live on a daily basis. So subscribe on YouTube. We're Maui Yoga Live. So glad for you to join us. And we will see you Monday. Have a wonderful weekend right from the beach. We're going to do a sunset guided meditation tonight. This is the power workouts in the morning, and the evenings will be like a relaxing, gentle senior yoga. Quiet down. Yeah. Oh.
Here.
I had one crawl on me the other day when I was in yoga.
I hadn't seen those.
So here's, I know, right? These are rare. Hello, what are you doing in Maui? You don't want to come say hi to the world? It doesn't want to come up on me. Oh, potato bug. My son would love these things. I love bugs, by the way. I'm not afraid of them at all. I'm just fascinated by them. Especially the lizards and geckos here in Maui. When I'm looking at a lizard, it feels as if the lizard's smarter than me. It's just looking at me. And the geckos. So this is amazing. There's amazing creatures here. Gutstein, hello. So we will leave you now. Thank you so much for joining here at Maui, the crown chakra of the world. Stay tuned tonight for our gentle yoga right here at sunset. Take care. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shadow 1983. Take care as well, and namaste. Bye-bye. Aloha. Woohoo.